Hi friends, welcome to SriSai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, we are going to discuss the following topic: ArrayList class with Iterator method. So this Iterator method is related to Iterator cursor, which helps us to access elements of any collection linearly from first to last. So this iterator cursor is part of Java collections framework. So first of all, we'll understand what are Java collections framework. So Java collections means collection of objects as a single object or single unit in a Java program. What is framework? So framework means library to work with Java collections, and this library is provided for us in the form of java.util package. So coming to the collections framework, at the top level of the collections framework we have collection interface. So under this collection interface we have four popular other interfaces: list collection interface, set collection interface, queue collection interface, and map collection interface. So why we have to use collections, which is provided for us in the form of collection framework? What are the advantages of it? So these advantages are mainly with respect to primitive data type variables, array variables, object variables, or array of objects variables. So in all these cases, we store the data with some limitations. We can store a fixed sized data. We can store only same type of data. We can store only that particular data in a particular data type. And if we want to perform any operations like reading, writing, searching, sorting, we have to write all those logics manually in a Java program. So to overcome these limitations, we have collections framework. So in collections framework, size of the collection is dynamic. We can add, we can delete, it will increase or decrease as per the number of objects in a collection. Next. In collections, we can have homogeneous or heterogeneous collection of objects, same type or different type of objects as a single unit. And in all collection classes, we have predefined methods to perform different operations: adding, deleting, displaying the objects, sorting the objects, searching the objects, etc. And collection stores any data type data as object format data, which is object class format data. So if we add integer data, character data, boolean data, or floating data, everything in collections will be stored in the form of objects only. So collections is nothing but collection of only objects, and collections is for objects but not for primitive data types. In collections, everything is stored in the form of objects only. So in collections, everything means data is stored only in the form of objects. So collections is for objects but not for primitive data types, right? So now coming to the concept of ArrayList class with Iterator method. So first of all, ArrayList class is available in java.util package, and ArrayList class is inherited from list interface collection. List interface collection is inherited from collection interface, and collection interface is inherited from iterable interface. So this iterable interface is important for us. This iterable interface provides us with iterator method to access the elements of Java collections linearly from first to last using its iterator interface methods. Right, if we see the description, so java p hyphen p java.util.ArrayList. Right, so we have many different methods, but we are going to use only this method, iterator method, whose return type is iterator cursor. It is an interface. Method name is iterator and return type interface name, which is a cursor or a pointer or a reference, is also iterator. Right, so ArrayList is inherited from list. Okay, right. So let us see the description of list. So list is inherited from collections, collection interface. Next, coming to collection interface, it is inherited from iterable. Iterable is available in java.lang package. It is not part of java.util package. So let us see iterable. So it goes like this: java.lang.iterable. So in iterable, it is a interface. So this is one important method for us, iterator, whose return type is iterator interface, which is a cursor, and it is available in java.util package. So using this cursor, we are going to access the elements of an array list linearly from first to last. Right, so this is important for us, iterable, as of now in this topic. Right, so coming to the ArrayList, ArrayList is available in java.util package. It is a collection of objects as a one-dimensional array. So one-dimensional array means internally it provides indexes for our objects. These indexes starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. And it accepts duplicate objects. It preserves the order of objects. So it will store the elements in the same order in which we are adding the elements into the array list. And its default initial capacity is 10. Now coming to the constructors and methods, it goes like this: java p hyphen p java.util.ArrayList. So we are going to use iterator method, whose return type is iterator interface, which is a cursor. Right, so this is the method, java.util.ArrayList iterator method, whose return type is iterator interface cursor, available in java.util package. So what is the use of this cursor? Let us try to understand this. So iterator interface. So this interface is available in java.util package. So it is the return type for iterator method of ArrayList class. Right, so what is this? It is a cursor. So actually, technically it is called as, technically it is a cursor. So what is this cursor? So cursor is a pointer or a reference to access the object of ArrayList collection linearly from first to last. How? Now in this we have three different methods. Using these three different methods, we are going to access the elements. So if you see the description of iterator cursor, it goes like this: java.util.iterator. Iterator interface. Technically it is called as cursor. It has three methods. So issue the command java.util.iterator has next. Its return type is boolean, true false, means it will check whether there is a next element in the array list or not. True false. If it is there, we have to access that element using next. So next return type is E. E is a generic object, or simply we can call it as a collection object. So has next checks for the next element in a ArrayList collection. Next is used to access the next element. So after accessing the next element, the cursor will be pointing to the first element. After that, has next, next, second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element. When there is no element, sixth element, has next, it will return false. So we can come out of the looping structure. So we have to use has next and next, especially with a looping control structure. Remove. So when the cursor is pointing to a particular element in a ArrayList collection, at that time we can remove that particular element also. So iterator provides remove option, right? So these are the three important methods here: has next, next, and remove, right? So let us try to demonstrate this with a small program. ArrayList class example 4.java, right? So take a new page, first write the comments. Program to access objects or elements of ArrayList collection using iterator cursor, right? So import java.util package and then main class, ArrayList class example 4, save it as .java as extension with main method, right? So first we are creating an object of ArrayList al is equals to new ArrayList, and then we are adding 5 elements into the ArrayList: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then we are printing ArrayList, right? So first we'll execute till here, right? So save the program, go to the command prompt. So javac ArrayList example 4.java. Okay, ArrayList class example 4.java, right? So compile it. So no errors, we just got a warning, so we can ignore this and we'll resolve this warning in generic collections, right? Run it. So initially we have 5 elements in a collection. Now we have to access this through a pointer or a cursor or a reference in the memory of the ArrayList collection in the program memory, right? How? So first on ArrayList we have to call the iterator method. So this is step 1. So step 1, call iterator method on ArrayList, right? So on ArrayList we are calling the iterator method. So the return type of iterator method is iterator cursor. So iterator cursor, which is a interface, and for that we are taking the object reference variable as I. Okay, we'll take it as I. Okay, right. So now step 2. So step 2. So step 2, use iterator cursor methods. That's it. Okay. So in memory, what happens means initially I cursor will be pointing before the first element, means before 10. So now the cursor is before the 10. So we are checking I dot has next, next. So I dot has next. Do we have the first element? Yes, true. When it is true, access that element 10. I dot next. So when you say I dot next, then cursor will be pointing to 10. You will get the 10 element. So this is available in object format. So convert that into integer and store that in X, local variable, and print that X, right? Now the cursor is pointing to 10. Again, loop has next. So I dot has next. Do we have 20? Yes, true. When it is true, access that element I dot next. So when you say I dot next, cursor will be pointing to 20, right? So convert the 20 into integer, store that in X and print 20. Similarly, has next true, access next 30, has next true, next access 40, has next true, I dot next access 50, and then I dot next while loop false, come out of the loop, right? So this is how after coming out of the loop we'll print one message here. Okay, system dot out dot println. Once again we'll print the array list al, right? So save it, recompile and rerun. So it has accessed next, 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 next. After that we don't have any element, come out of the loop, and once again we are printing the array list. Now we will use remove option here. How? If x is equals to 40, then I dot remove means when iterator cursor I is pointing to 40, it will be removed. After that 50, then come out of the loop, right? Save this, right? Recompile and rerun, right? If you see, initially we have 5 elements. It has accessed all the 5 elements using the cursor I. Next, 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 checking has next, and when it is pointing to 40, 40 is removed, so we don't have 40 here. We have only 4 elements in the last. So this is how we are supposed to work with iterator cursor to access elements of ArrayList collection linearly from first to last using its methods has next, next and remove. But initially in step 1, first we have to call iterator method on ArrayList collection, and step 2 we have to use iterator cursor methods using a loop. So basically here we can write using a loop. So that is what is all about iterator cursor of Java collections framework with ArrayList class. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, comment and share this video, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. Have a nice day.